Kellogg. Tavishka's flight. The elders keep books and scrolls locked away. I ask, but they say later, always later. My curiosity got the better of me today. I snuck in a peek just to know. Then, excited, I read the score and the magic flared. Shelves toppled, the library windows rattled. I burst through the side door, not thinking, clutching the score against my chest. I sprinted into the street. Stop her! Someone shouted. The girl with the pale eyes. I didn't look back. I couldn't. The air still hummed with the surge of magic. I hadn't meant to release the pulse. It leapt from my fingertips the moment I touched the forbidden text. Ink had risen like black mist, and I was seen. People would gather to investigate the noise. My sandals slapped the ground as I ran past the houses, past the temple steps, where Papa would lift me up on his shoulders at dawn. He would be frantic now. I could hear my mama whispering that everything would be all right, though she didn't believe it. Kavini, my little sister, my little shadow, and Taran, sweet Taran, would be trying to slip out the back door to find me, convinced that he could make me laugh even now. A large man stepped forward, blocking the alley. Tavishka, he growled, I know what you did. Oh, my breath hitched. I didn't want to hurt him. I don't want to hurt anyone. But the magic inside me, the magic I tried to bury under the books, and the silence surged again. The ground shuddered. A shockwave burst outward, knocking him off his feet. I staggered, horrified at my own strength, and I could hear them shouting, and they're approaching. I ran through the narrow lanes, past the well where Kavini would mimic my every gesture, past the mango tree where Taran once climbed to drop food in my hands, and past where Amma would be waiting at the door, praying for my return. I reached the water's edge. Tavi! A voice froze me. Arun! He stood at the boundary between the village and the night, chest heaving, his eyes wide with fear and something worse. Doubt. What happened? He whispered, stretching out his hand. My mouth opened, but no words came. I could hear people shouting, and they were almost upon us. I realized that I was still clinging to the scroll. The evidence in my hand seemed to pulse like a heartbeat. So I turned away from him. From all of them, I ran into the alley. Why did I take it? I didn't want to take it. I just wanted to read it. I ran into the rice fields. I let them swallow me whole. I crouched between the tall rice stalks, my legs trembling for running, my lungs burning, my pale eyes, the eyes that had always made people stare too long, stung, and as I shed tears, the scroll lay limp in my lap, its edges still warm. I stayed there until the night fell, the air thick with smell of wet earth. It all happened so fast. Curiosity, then danger. The echoes of voices have long passed. A soft rustle broke through my thoughts. Tavi! Papa's voice, low, careful, as if he were calling a frightened animal. I didn't move. I couldn't. He stepped into the clearing, lantern held low so the light wouldn't give me away. His face was drawn with worry, but when he saw me, relief softened him. He knelt beside me and touched my arm gently, as if to say, I still love you. Arun came, he mumbled. He told us what happened. He told us where to look. My throat tightened. Arun, of course he would. Of course he wouldn't keep my secret, not when he thought I was in trouble. Papa reached into a fatback slug over his shoulder and set it down, and Papa finally hugged me and a gentle hand on my cheek and his thumb brushing away a tear I did not know had fallen. We will sort this out, he said softly. Your mother is speaking to the elders. Arun is rallying the others to your plight. You just need to rest. Stay hidden. I will be back before dawn. His voice wavered at the last sentence. There was trying to be strong for me he always had. He stood lingering for a moment, as if to memorize me in the moonlight. He turned away and walked back towards the village, lantern bobbing like a small bottled star. I waited until the light disappeared. I watched the moon climb higher, shivering in the cold water around me. I opened the pack. It held my spare clothes, wrapped the food, and a small flask of water. Mama's doing, no doubt. Kavini would have insisted on adding these ribbons that she liked to braid in my hair. Kavini probably tried to sneak one of his carved toys Tucked between the clothes, my favorite sandals, was a folded piece of paper, Mama's writing, hurried and shaky. Please come home, Tavi. We love you always. My breath hitched. My chest ached. I pressed the note to my heart. Then I tore a scrap from it and wrote by moonlight, my hands trembling. Papa, Mama, Kavini Taran, thank you for loving me when others could not. Thank you for seeing me for me when my eyes' abilities frightened other people. I cannot stay. If it causes trouble, I will learn control, I will learn truth, and one day I will come home worthy of the love you give me. I weighed the note down with a smooth stone so Papa would find it by dawn. Then I gathered the packet, slung it over my shoulders, and stepped into the dark beyond the fields. Not running this time, but walking, the quiet resolve of someone who knows that there is no turning back. The night swallowed me, and I did not look back. Thank you for your likes and subscriptions. This story, Tavishka's Flight, was written by G.T. Kellogg. And yes, AI was used in this production. And until next time, bye.